and we are live here at Union in Roosevelt. I'm Brandon Jones, and with me is Mike Cook, and we got a great basketball game being called by Channel V6. We got the Union Cougars and the American Leadership Eagles, and we've already watched the girls' game, Mike, and now we got the boys' game. What do you expect to see?
Yeah, the girls' game was great. They got out of here with a great victory. Hope the boys can do the same. Some of the keys to the game tonight that we can kind of go over. For Union, take advantage of the home crowd. Union just came off of a overtime thriller, double overtime thriller at Carbon. Came out with a 2-point win. So they're going to be excited to be back on their home court with their home fans, and try to take advantage of that. Try to take advantage of the home crowd, the excitement, and make their runs. Seems like you always shoot a little bit better at home than you do on the road, and eliminate. Basketball's a game of runs. Eliminate ALA's runs and capitalize on their own runs. The second thing would be the defensive intensity, and to kind of piggyback off of the girls' game. The girls really ramped up the pressure, causing turnovers, and it'd be great. I'd love to see that from Union as well, with that defensive pressure, no easy buckets, and causing turnovers, easy points off of turnovers. And number 3 would be to get the big guys involved. Union has a size advantage down low that they could take advantage of. Get the ball down on the block and play through their big guys.
Yeah, ALA is pretty guard heavy. You know, they don't have a lot of height, so it's going to be a challenge for them to get, you know, to match up with this Union team, especially underneath. And but they do have some good players. You know, that Tayton Abbott has got 74 points, and he's the second leading scorer on this team. But he's really good in everything else. He shoots threes, he attacks the basket, he rebounds well, and then their leading scorer is Hayden Shockley, and Hayden Shockley has about 148 points a game, like 12 points a game, and they look to get to him a lot because he's one of those guys that isn't just a post player. He can dribble and put the ball on the floor. He's a great player, and they love to pass the ball and work it around and get a good shot, and then look for them to slow Union down as a goal. And Union, they have the 2 big guys, Keaston Young and Logan Timothy underneath, and both of those guys have about 200 points between the 2 of them this year, so they're probably going to get them established early.
Right. And going into a little bit of the current standings, Union is currently in 3rd place in region. They have a 3-2 region record. Overall, they're 6-8, and American Leadership Academy is 1-3 in 5th place. So American Academy is 1 game back in the loss column, 2 places back. In 4th place in between the 2 is Delta with a 2-2 region record. Union has actually already beat Delta at Delta, so that's good. Union pretty much has a 1-game lead over Delta, so Delta still has to come to Roosevelt. So Union would have a home game against Delta, which is great. And they're both looking up at Juab and Providence Hall, both with a 4-0 region record. So right now this would be another big game as far as playoff standings and seeding, and just to give a little bit to kind of solidify that 3rd spot, and to keep as well maybe Providence Hall and Juab still in the sights, as there's still plenty of basketball left to be played this season.
Yeah, right now Union is just 5-9 and not exactly the start that Keith Morris, their coach, wanted. But he says that they can, if they just take care of home court, they could still be in really good position for the playoffs. And kind of similar to the girls, this is a really senior heavy team for Union, and some youth on the side of ALA. So it'll be interesting to see the matchups and how smart both teams play, and how much that factors in of how old these players are.
Right, now we can go to some of the keys of the game for American Leadership Academy. On the road, I think they want to control the pace. They are out They don't have height on their side. They want to control the game. Don't let Union get out and run and control the pace. And they want to, they are a guard heavy team. They want to create open shots from the outside. And then also the third key would be getting into the lane when they can, trying to force Union's bigs into some foul trouble.
So those are some great points and keys to the game for both teams. And right now the flag is coming down, and we are going to pledge our allegiances, but stay ambient. We're about to get this thing kick-started as the national anthem was sang by a bunch of seniors here at this Cougars, and that was good. And the starting lineup here for Coach David Reichner in the Eagles and ALA, Marcus Kemp. Number 3, Tayton Abbott. Number 34, Trey Stevens, number 34, and Hayden Shockley, 33. And number 42. And now for your Union Cougars, Colton Davis. Union Cougars get their lineup started tonight. As you hear the music for these Cougars, Reed Price, and a really great player for this team, leading scorer, almost 275 points this year. And then Nate Foote, another senior, Nate Foote. Chase Burchell, senior, really good basketball player, really good football player, Chase Burchell. Jaden Gardner, number 30, in the starting lineup tonight. And Logan Gilman. So looks like Keyston Young, another leading scorer for this team of Union. He's not dressed. He's up there on the bench right now and has a shooting shirt on. So I'm not sure if he just has an injury or they haven't disclosed that one to us. So Jaden Gardner will get the start.
Looks like he is in uniform, so he could possibly come in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's maybe a nagging injury type of deal or what the case is with that.
So Logan Gilman will go up against ALA right here as they win the tip. No, Cougars win the tip. Chase Burchell rips it away, throws it over to Nate Foote. Nate Foote back to Burchell for 3, and no good.
Important for Union to get out to a good start here. Try to, like I said, see if they can make a run coming right out of the gates.
Trey Stevens hands it over, gives it back to 24, Norman Reichner.
Some good pressure on the ball by Union.
Rentschler. So Norman Rentschler got the man bun going on up on the top to the key as Nate Foote just lets it go.
That's a good defensive possession by Union. Couldn't really get anything entry pass wise, kept the ball on the perimeter, forced him to take a long shot.
Reed Price looks to go underneath, fakes it, gives it to Burchell, back to Gardner. And Burchell doesn't even hesitate, shoots the three, 3-0 Union.
Burchell coming out shooting the first 2 times on the court. He's coming out firing.
And Hayden Shockley, number 33, leading scorer for this ALA team, up on top of the key. See if he shoots it here. He fakes, he goes, and puts it up. Hard off the rim, and rebounded. Looks like it's off ALA, so it'll be Union ball. Kind of a, I don't know, slow start so far.
Yep,
just both teams not a lot of high pace is what I mean.
Right, both teams kind of getting into their half-court set. Not too much running yet.
Scary pass there, Jaden Gardner to Burchell, who was hot and no good on this one.
And Burchell's not afraid tonight. Maybe his coach told him to get the ball up if he has looks.
Yeah, and Chase Burchell, just a really good shooter. Has about 39 threes on the season.
Yeah, he's one ALA probably does not want to let him get open looks.
Rentschler puts it into Andrew Bartold, and he gets fouled.
And ALA got inside. Again, one of the keys to the game is to get inside and attack these Union defenders, as they do have the size advantage. They can get some of these bigger guys for Union in foul trouble. That would really help ALA going forward throughout the rest of this game.
Talking to one of our big sponsors, Jones Paint and Glass. Jones Paint and Glass sells high-quality paint with thousands of colors to choose from. This interactive color workstation can help you find the right color for your project. In Vernal and Roosevelt. Jaden Gardner, it's just too high for him.
They're trying to get the ball up with some pace. As just a little pass just too high out of the outstretched arms.
Reschner tries to get it going for this team on the top of the key, throws it over to Bartold. Andrew Bartold back to Reschner. Getting Shockley involved here early as it goes off ALA. So good defense by the Cougars.
Yeah, good D, getting their hands in the passing lane, active hands, deflect off a Union player, then off an American leadership player, and the ball goes back to Union.
Usually this Union team owns home court. They're 2-2 coming into this game, so they want to get in that positive side and get another win.
Yeah, that would be a win here at home. Again, would go a long ways for their season and as well as their confidence.
Interior pass to Bartold. Bartold can't get it.
Good move underneath, but also good defense.
Oh, speaking of defense, there goes Reschner, and he sees he's going to go all the way to the hoop, and it's a charge, offensive foul.
Great D as the defender. Was that Nate Foote that took the charge?
And he's always that guy that's always in that position to take the charge. It's Nate Foote, you're right. I think he averages about 5 a game ever since I've watched him.
Yeah, he's not afraid to step in there. You saw him get solid and expect the charge, had his feet set. Great defensive play.
So Logan Gilman tries to get it going for himself inside the paint. Doesn't happen there. And it'll be kind of adjustment. You know, you have Keaston Young out tonight. If he plays at all, I don't know. But Logan Gilman and those two, they work together. They play well together. And Jaden Gardner is just going to have to fill that role tonight and see if they can get that chemistry as well.
Yeah, having one of your big players out like that is a shock to Union, but can't affect the game. American Leadership probably not complaining. Although you never want to see someone out for injury if that's the case.
As Gilman makes a play, and then Reed Price gets an offensive rebound and comes back with the 2 points. So 5-2, 4 minutes and 26 seconds left. And a shot up by number 22. That was a great stroke. And that's Fielding Morley.
He was left wide open on top of the key. A breakdown in Union's defense. They don't want to let open shooters like that, but they get out in pace, get the ball at the floor, and they get a foul going the other way, and 2 shots coming.
So a 3 on the side of the Cougars, a 3 on the side of the ALA, and we have a game 6-5.
Yeah, both teams kind of playing with said similar pace. Union's pushed it a little bit, but both teams kind of settling into their half-court offense.
As Foote hits the second one to keep it a 2-point game, and Norman Reschler throws it down to Trey, back to Trey. Reschler to Stevens, trying to work it, seeing if they can get it inside. There they do. Stevens kicks it right back out. And Shockley, with a good fake, gets the defender in the air, but just comes up long on that play. As Reed Price is wide open, and he'll go up with the left hand.
And there's Union getting out and running a little bit off the miss. They're able to get a quick outlet pass and one of their best players to finish around the rim.
And like you said, they don't want that to happen, so they call a timeout immediately to slow this thing right back down.
Yeah, and that was one of the keys of the game we discussed is ALA wants to play with pace. They don't want to get into a track meet with Union. They want to control the ball and play at their own pace, not let Union dictate the game to them.
And you know, Union just came off the road, a big road win against Carbon, 69-67 in double overtime. Pretty exciting win to come off.
Yeah, so, and every road game is a tough one. So no, Carbon might be a couple spots down in the standings, but any win on the road is a good win. And to get one in double overtime, get the win, get out of there, and then get back here to your home court.
Yeah, not only a win on the road, but a double overtime win. It just can boost the confidence and make, you know, it can springboard your season.
Yeah, it can. Yeah, it kind of shows conditioning, that kind of thing, and knowing that they can come winning close games. So you got to win close games. If you can win close games, that, like you just said, Brandon, it can spark confidence in games that lie ahead of you.
Yeah, it can just point out you're a good team as Stevens throws it up top. Trey Stevens looking down low. It's a steal by Reed Price. Oh, that's a good foul by Norman Reschler. Oh no, what do they call? They
called a traveling.
They called a travel, okay. So it was a good defensive play by Reschler.
Yeah, just got the ball stuck on his hip as he was going. Might have caught peeking, looking back at the defender, or a double dribble, I think is what the call was. But.
Yeah, good call on the replay. I see it with the L&L replay that we have going on. Shockley, good defense by the Cougars on man. It looks like they're playing a zone. As Shockley puts it up for 3, and it's good.
Looks like that's what ALA, wants to do, is drive and dish. Like I said, the Union has a size advantage inside. If they can collapse the defense and kick out for open shooters, that's what they've done a couple times, and been able to hit some outside threes.
Yeah, and they created a turnover right there and get the ball right back. Good position. Jackson Davis checks in the game for Union. Mitchell gets it to Shockley. Shockley, great player for this team. Has 17 threes on the year as he fakes and goes back out to Reschler. And Bartold will get it back to Shockley.
And American Leadership is just patient. They're not in too much of a hurry. Working the ball around, looking for an open shot.
Yeah, really good passing, and another offensive rebound right there for the Eagles, and keeps it alive. Rentschler puts the guy on his hip, tries to go in. Defensive play covered by Reese. Nate Foote goes in hard. Logan Gilman gets the rebound and puts it right back up.
Reward for running the floor, the big guy underneath with the offensive rebound and an easy putback.
Yeah, a lot of hustle play by this Union Cougar team right now. Nobody just standing around, everybody moving. And same with ALA. They're doing a really good job of keeping the ball side to side as they go again right there to Andrew Bartold, and he puts it in on that left side. And Jackson Davis was just kind of hiding there underneath the rim.
Yeah, he
couldn't come up with it.
He couldn't come up with it, but a good entry pass getting it out.
Some discussion going on from the refs here to see who this is off. And they're going to keep it with the Eagles.
It's like a mass substitution by American Leadership. 4 guys coming in the game.
You know, one of the things I'm seeing so far, they're establishing what they want to do, and that was a really good timeout when Union started to run on them a little bit, and they're like, okay, hey, we want to control this pace on the road. We can't have this a track meet. And they don't want to get their players tired too, so they do like a hockey line change and put a ton of new people in.
Yeah, get an extra minute. I mean, there's only a minute 20 left in the quarter. Get those starters an extra minute of rest.
Marcus Kemp comes in at point guard number 2. And almost a steal by Birchall. And a good interior driving play by the ALA. Price goes up top to get it. He high points the ball. That was like a receiver and a defensive back right there.
Yeah, little fade route right there on the baseline. Let's see if Union can get into their half-court offense now and do what they want to do. It's like another
substitution that they're going to bring in.
Plenty of time, 49 seconds left, 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
Union drives in, Chase Birchall, no good, but number 32 checks in the game. Tries to put up a shot himself, no good. That's Joey Sampson. Wow, nice shot by American.
And they get a transition 3 off the miss. They push the ball a little bit.
And Reed Price gets fouled on that one.
American Leadership kind of amping up pressuring the ball up the floor.
Yeah, it looked like there was number 34, Trey Stevens, that hit that 3. So there's a lot of guys that can hurt you on this team. And I think that's what the girls tried to establish. They wanted to hit 3s too, but they just couldn't get into the rhythm of their offense.
Yeah, yep.
Jackson Davis makes a fake. Oh, what a pass underneath to Sampson.
Was a good
Sampson
look, just
loses it.
Couldn't come up with it.
Oh man, and that play would have probably been a backcourt violation if the blue would have touched it, but
yeah.
Number 20 came in and he grabbed it.
A little bit of a scramble drill there. Got to keep an eye on the time. There's only 2.8 seconds left in this first quarter.
So a lot of new players coming in for this team for the Union. That was Jaden Mickelson. And the 3 is shot up by Marcus. And he hits off the back rim. Marcus Kemp, that's your first quarter, 11-13. And we're going to be back for the second quarter and take a few messages.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
Get the big picture and the small details with state-of-the-art imaging services at Ashley Regional's Women's Center, including 4D ultrasound, 3D mammography, and bone density screenings. Learn more at ashleyregional.com.
So we're back here live in Roosevelt, start of the second quarter with Union up 13-11 over American Leadership out of Spanish Fork.
Yeah, Brandon, I was kind of impressed actually with American Leadership Academy as they played to their pace. They didn't get pushed. Union seems like they're more liable, or they want to get out and run a little bit more. But when American Leadership has had the ball, they're very patient, looking for the right pass, and keep working the ball around until they find an open man.
Yeah, sometimes you can tell, like, out of a first quarter if a game's just going to be a close game all the way through, and this one just kind of feels like that, and it feels like ALA is really prepared for this game.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it seems like there's some matchups, maybe some chess between the two coaches, and I think you're right. I think this is going to go all 4 quarters.
Marcus Kemp at the top of the key. Some good movement in the inside, some screens as they get an open player up top.
Again, American Leadership just taking their time, working the ball around.
Tayton Abbott in the game, see if they can get him a 3-point shot. As Rentschler, yeah, like I said, they're just being really patient on the offensive side, and that just makes you work extra hard on defense. To see a play like that, Stevens drills it. 16-11.
Good ball movement, sets up an open 3-point shooter, and knocks it down.
As Mickelson tries to come back with an answer, Marcus Kemp drives all the way to the hole, and a foul on Jackson Davis will be his first.
There you see a little tempo.
Yeah.
You see here on the replay, yep.
Burchell came behind him and got all ball, but
Looks
Davis
like
did hit him.
Yeah, Davis was sliding a little bit. That was a good call on the block.
Sponsor L&L Motor, proudly serving and enter the basin by offering unsurpassed customer service, along with the largest selection of new and used vehicles under one name. Fully trained staff of only not technicians, but our entire team of employees. L&L Motor. And a full court press by LLA, almost that worked. Reed Price, though, with an awesome pass. A thread the needle to Jaden Mickelson.
That's a good press beater. Anytime you can get an easy 2 points like that, break the press, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Decent shot there put up by American Leadership. And Reed Price starting to establish his game as he gets an and one, and he'll go to the line.
Great play by Reed Price as he kind of looks like he got the ball knocked out of his hands a little bit, regains it in midair, and has the skill and concentration to put up off the backboard for the 2 and go to the line.
Yeah, that's pretty good control, and that's why you score, 20 to 22 a game when you have Reed Price on your team. And he does a lot of things good, not just scoring. He's a really good defensive player, and as you saw, he threw that great assist.
Great all-around player.
And he can rebound. So Jaden Mickelson gets the rebound, and they look to push. You see these Cougars teams, they're wanting it to go fast. Davis kicks it to Trevor Burchell, no good on that 3.
Good ball movement, they found their shooter.
Yeah, Rentschler gets it over to number 14.
And you see ALA playing with a little bit more tempo.
And there's a shot right there by the Cougars on the other side. That's Reed Price again.
And he'll take those shots inside of 5 feet all night. Another line change, it looks like, for American Academy.
They seem to do that. I mean, that's crazy. And Hayden Shockley, he came out for quite a bit, and they put him back in here. Number 54 gets the time on the floor right now, and they go through a lot of players. They do. And there's a shot.
Bench, and yeah, great shot in the corner.
Is that another 3?
It was.
Wow. because ALA said, okay, you want to run, we can run too, as long as we're hitting these threes.
Yeah, their outside shot is keeping them in the game.
Cameron Capadona is number 54. Out there for American Leadership.
And Reed Price picks up a reaching foul. I can't imagine Union coach will be happy picking up a foul that far away from the basket on a reach behind. That's usually doesn't sit too well with the coach picking up cheap fouls like that.
Bartold back to Shockley, and you bet, Shockley with the second three of the game. So threes are falling for both teams. More for American Leadership as Reed Price cuts his way in and gets the bounce. And
he's getting looks, yeah, close to the hoop, inside that 10-foot range, and he's keeping Union in this game.
And you can see why he's just such a high-volume scorer, and he has a really good mid-range, which is kind of a lost art these days. Everybody's just taking threes or going underneath, and that mid-range is left alone as Shockley is 3 for 3 on the night.
Just a catch and shoot, catches it in rhythm, and he's feeling it. No hesitation at all.
As Jaden goes to the, Jaden Gardner tries to go up and doesn't get it. Foul on the floor.
It looks like they got a little push.
Yeah, a push on Capadonia. That'll be his first.
It's like Nate Foote back in the game for the Cougars.
Nate Foote, number 21's back in the game. And he gets in the game and gets the ball right off the bat, puts it in.
Yep, great post. It's almost a post up. He gets his body in between him and the defender and creates a little passing lane.
I like to call him like the run killer. Every time that a team comes up and like gets a big run coming, it goes to Nate Foote on the offense, the defensive end to just stop it. Is Jaden Gardner.
Spark plugs of the team.
You need those kind of guys.
Yep.
And that's a good block shot by number 42.
Yeah, that was.
Colton
Looked
Davis.
like all ball.
And there's Nate Foote hitting the three.
Just as you talked about him, he's got 5 quick straight points for Union, and brings it back to a tie ball game.
Capadonia throws it into Bartold. Over to the big guy. That looked like a pretty decent shot too by number 42, Colton Davis. Oh, wow.
And they're calling a charge.
Man, I got to see an L&L replay.
Yeah, it looked like he was moving just a little bit.
Yeah. But he came in and really hard. I don't know if he was set or not.
Looked like he was still kind of in motion to me, but tough call under the hoop for Union.
Tie ball game, 2 minutes and 57 seconds left. Like I said, it just feels like that close game coming. Shockley fakes that three. Number 22, he shoots a three of his own. No good on it. And TJ Kimball comes in the game. He launches from deep, but they get their own rebound. And that was really deep out there in the 3-point land.
And there's a hustle play again by Nate Foote.
Yeah, not the biggest guy, but he does a really good job of like creating contact and making sure that he's the one that gets the ball.
Yep, yeah, just like you said, that's a hustle play. Goes in amongst the trees and comes down with the rebound. That's just want to. That's going in there with a purpose and fighting with every inch of your being to come down with the basketball.
And Moon Lake Electric, a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Uinta Basin. And Utah State University, be an Aggie in the Uinta Basin no matter where you attend. Your diploma will have the same 3 renowned words, Utah State University. See if he can make it a 2-point game. He does.
Big free throws, knocking down both free throws at the line. And it can come, like you said, Brandon, close game. Free throws could be the difference. as we come down the stretch.
A lot of rotation down there coming on the inside to out. As number 3 kicks it in.
Ooh, looks
Ouch.
like I thought it was an elbow to the head, or
Yeah, I almost
man,
think they might have knocked heads.
that could be the case.
But good classy play, right? Reed Price helping him up.
It's like Trayton Orton took for American Leadership took the brunt of that collision. And I didn't see what the call was.
I'm not exactly, yeah, they're calling a foul. Well, that's rough. You get a foul called on you and you're the
Yeah.
one down on the play.
Looks like that'll put Union in a 1-and-1 situation. As Reed Price steps to the line.
Big shot there by Reed Price, putting this game up by a tray.
Again, yeah, free throws. Those are big points, especially as the game wanes in the second half.
Yeah. Marcus Kemp brings down the ball and looks to see if he can get Shockley open, wide open again. Shockley was calling for it down low, didn't get it.
Not too many entry passes going in down on the block for American Leadership.
Yeah,
There,
and they they don't have a ton of size, but they're really good post players. Trey Stevens, Bolton, and Shockey.
yeah, and you can say their players have position too. They're just not, for whatever reason, the ball just the guards aren't going inside with it.
They get it into Rentschler, but oh wow, and Reed Price jumps up and rips it out of the air. And Reed Price shoots. No good.
He's looking for a foul. No call. Got to get back on D.
Marcus Kemp goes hard to the rim. Blocked by Reed Price, it looked like, or Nate Foote. Nate Foote kind of, wow, that was a crafty pass. He hit it off Reed Price and got it back to him, but they just couldn't get the ball to go in the bucket.
And finishing this first half with up and down pace.
And they get
That's-
ALA to run, and they don't come up with anything there. It's Reed Price, quick shot.
And the American Academy player had position there. They're getting called over the back, and they will keep the ball. That last possession by American Leadership, I think, is what Union wants. They want, their guards coming in, putting up floaters over their big guys. Not a high percentage shot, and that Union defense. That's what they'll live with that shot.
Good inside out play by ALA on that. Oh, and a travel there by TJ Kimball. But American Leadership did a good job of getting it inside, going back out. That was a perfect 3 opportunity. Just didn't fall.
Yep, yeah, that time they did see it get it in, at least to the elbow.
And Renchley is left open in the corner, and he makes them pay for another 3 for the Eagles. As Chase Burchell gives it to Reed Price, back to Burchell. Burchell will take that shot. He does, and he nails it. So that's one guy you can't leave open on the floor. Chase Burchell can knock it down with the best of them, as he gets pretty good defense on a last-second opportunity there in a really close game, 34-30. Man, Mike, I told you this has the feel of that close game, and I've seen enough games to feel that, and it's definitely here in the building. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I completely agree. A lot of different matchups. Said American Leadership Academy seems content moving the ball, shooting outside shots, and their threes are going down for them right now. That's what's keeping them in the game. They have hit a lot of outside shots. Union they went on a nice little run. They were down after the first quarter by 2 points. Now they're up 4 going into half. So they've made a little bit of adjustments, and their shots have gone down. Burchell's hit a couple threes, and that's right before the end of the quarter was big. And I think it's just kind of a chess match. Like I said, they got different pieces. Union's a little bit bigger, but American Leadership is moving the ball around, and they're playing their basketball. So it's gonna be a fun, exciting second half.
Yeah, exactly. They're moving around side to side, and the difference of their three-point shots is that they're getting them when they're wide open, and they're passing it around until someone is wide open, and those are just high percentage threes, and that's why they're staying in the game, like you said, just keeping their pace. You know, they brought from Spanish Fork their pace, and have pretty much controlled this game, but it's 34-30, and Union has the lead.
Yeah. Like I said, it is a great back and forth game. As far as ALA is concerned, I think getting into the post, even if that guy's not shooting, seems like the Union defense is collapsing, which is showing some wide open looks on the outside.
Yeah, and the game is, you know, for Union, they're ahead because of the play of Nate Foote and Chase Burchell hitting that three at the very end. But Nate Foote, when this team started to run a little bit and, you know, and not stay in control, Nate Foote came in and got him back in control, made quick, easy points, and then got Chase Burchell in good situations, and that's why it's 34-30.
Yeah, just like you said, Brandon, Nate Foote was the run stopper. He got 5 straight points, offensive rebound, doing some dirty work. And yeah, killed that run that American Leadership was on, and got the game back in Union's favor.
So yeah, we got a great game on tap in the second half. It's going to be an awesome one. Right now we got the Cougarettes down on the floor. We'll go quiet and enjoy the halftime festivities.
By fixing it the first time, we show our customers that we care. I'm Rico. I'm a technician at L&L Motor. I've been in the automotive industry for 7 years.
I'm Amanda Kazik. I work here at the parts department at L&L.
I like being a technician. Every day is a new day, and it's cool to see a concern and be able to fix it.
They're kind of like my family, so they've really taken care of me and given me a ton of opportunities.
We value the Fix It Right First program. Try to go the extra mile for the customer.
When you need windows, doors, bathroom glass, or paint, Jones Paint and Glass can help. With over 80 years in the industry, we're Utah's go-to expert for paint and glass. We offer beautiful, energy-efficient Jones Paint and Glass windows, as well as Anderson and Marvin windows and doors. We also offer top paints like Benjamin Moore and PPG Pittsburgh paints. Whether you're remodeling or building from scratch, Jones Paint and Glass has you covered.
When you hear the crash.
Utah State University puts higher education in reach whatever your path may be. Whether you want to move to Logan or Price for a traditional campus experience, or save on living expenses and stay in the Uinta Basin, USU makes earning a college degree possible. As an Aggie, you'll gain skill sets to pursue the career that you love and that will make an impact. And no matter where you attend, your diploma will have the same 3 renowned words: Utah State University.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Welcome back to Channel V6 with the boys basketball Union versus American Leadership from Spanish Fork. And what a great half we had. This is Brandon Jones and Mike Cook. Man, Mike, what a game so far.
It is very highly competitive. Both teams have kind of gone on runs, which you would expect. And it's going to be a fun second half to see what unfolds here. See if Union can try to break away and expound on this 4-point lead they have.
Yeah, you brought up a good point to me at halftime that, you know, without that Keyston Young underneath with Logan Gilman, it's been pretty hard to get in the inside tonight, which ALA has done a really good job of not letting that ball get inside to Logan Gilman.
Right, yeah. They're not, Union doesn't seem like they've been able to get any very good entry passes to their post players on the block to get them inside to take advantage of that height advantage that they do have. And yeah, you can credit American Leadership Academy with the defense preventing that. And Union's shooting a lot of outside jumpers, but they have attacked well. I think Reed Price has done a great job, and also Nate Foote, as we talked about before the half.
Yeah, Reed Price already in the double-digit stat line for scoring, playing really well. And, you know, Chase Burchell getting it going at the three-point line tonight with a pretty good percentage of 2 for 4.
Let's see if it's an emphasis. Oh, there you go right away.
As they go inside right away, inside-out basketball back to Nate Foote.
And even though that was an outside shot, like you said, Brandon, that's inside-out basketball. That's what they want.
And fearless to the rim, Trey Stevens goes, but travel is called against Union, so Eagle ball. And one of my favorite possessions of the first half from this American leadership team is when they brought a guy out at the free throw line, got it inside, one more inside, and then kicked it out to Shockley for 3. They did that on 2 different occasions, and it worked 2 for 2.
Yeah, I would expect to see them do that some more.
Wow, Logan Gilman goes up, meets him up in the stratosphere,
Looked like, from our point of view, Brandon, that was clean.
It looked a lot like
he didn't
ball.
get him with the body.
So here we go. Maybe a little bit of the hand, but I mean, nope, I didn't see a body, but.
Tough call. Again, as we talked about earlier in the girls' game, it's a lot harder than you think when you're wearing the stripes. So.
Yeah, they do a great job down there. Calling games, these high school games especially, are really hard. It gets very emotional at times.
Oh yeah. Nice crowd on hand as well to support the Cougars tonight.
Yeah, the Cougar Crazies right in front of us, the student section, full force tonight.
Plenty loud, yeah, their first home game, and they've had last 2 games on the road.
And Logan Gilman gets really good inside presence there and makes it easy right there. It's just put it off the glass.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Coming out of halftime, get it inside to your bigs, take advantage of that height advantage that Union has under the hoop.
Thank a bunch of our sponsors: Ashley Regional Medical Center, Jones Paint and Glass, L&L Motor, Moon Lake, Strata Networks, United, operated by SkyWest, Utah State University, Ute Tribal Enterprises, and Zions Bank. All these awesome, great businesses that keep this kind of thing going. So awesome that we can like call games, watch games, and
Exactly.
you can watch them on Facebook, you can watch them on Roku, you can watch them on YouTube. So many different ways that you can watch all these games that Channel V6 provides.
And if you can't watch them live, like you said, you can go back and watch them on later dates as well.
Inside presence there also by the ALA Eagles as Shockley tries to get the defender off him, shoot the 3, and no good.
Good defensive possession that time by Union.
As Burchell.
He's not afraid to shoot it from the outside, is he?
No, he doesn't say no to any shot. And I mean, he has the most attempts and the most made, and but he does a really good job of making those 3s count.
See if ALA gets back into that inside-out basketball.
And there it is, like you said, but going back out to Stevens. Good defensive pressure there by the Union Cougars. And a turnover there by Rentschler.
Yeah, that was good to get back to kind of chase off that 3-point shooter and make him get back in that half-court offense in which they created a turnover.
Burchell looks over to Jaden Gardner. Gardner takes a 2-point shot inside the 3-point line. Comes up empty, looking for a call.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know if
so they're saying it's off Union. I mean off ALA.
Okay.
And so Union basketball. So I know he airballed the shot, but I think it hit the shoulder of one of the ALA players as it went out of bounds. Keith Morris does a good job of making plays on these out-of-bound plays. And watch kind of movement they have as soon as the ball is thrown in. See the screen there as Jaden Gardner gets it up top. Reed Price for 3.
That's great ball movement. 2 passes, like you said, out of the out-of-bounds play, and it leaves Reed Price wide open, which he steps up and drains it.
And Reed Price, he has a lot of points, but only like 3 threes on the year so far. But that one looked like he's been shooting him a long time.
Yeah, he stepped up, yeah. Caught it in rhythm and stroked it.
And he's kind of like one of those old school players that gets all his points in the jump shots and underneath and and one plays. Shockey was hot in the first half with the 3-point shot, making 3 of them. Hasn't got an attempt yet as Marcus shoots a 3.
And
Marcus Kemp knocks it down.
And they're going to count it as a block.
I need to see what they come up with here. Yeah, they called it a block.
So the hoop and the and one.
Yeah, the ref put it up two fingers like, oh, they do count it. I figured they would. I mean, he did get all the contact and made it. So 1 shot.
So right out of the make by American Leadership, Union pushes the floor, get it to the big man running the floor, and he finishes. Great play by Union, being aggressive.
Jaden Gardner off the front of the rim. Andrew Bartold looks for a shot of his own, gives it back to Marcus Kemp. Kemp takes it back up on the top here. See if they can get it to the inside. Almost a steal by Reed Price as Bartold gets it inside. A good double team by the Cougars, and Reed Price takes it away.
Very good collapse.
Price drives hard.
Looking for the foul. Nothing doing there.
Tries to get a little crafty there, hitting it off the top of the glass right there.
Yeah, it looks like he, I don't know if we probably don't have that replay, but yeah, he thought he got hit. The ref saw it differently.
Good players can just, you know, feel and know how to adjust their shot. And he kind of had to adjust his shot on the backboard that time. I mean, you had to hit it high to get that to go in, and he almost did. Nate Foote with the rebound. Burchell over to Gardner. It's too far.
Just maybe a little miscommunication. I think Burchell thought he was going to cut, and yeah, Gardner would kind of hung out on the 3-point line instead.
And that's kind of the two-edged sword that you get when you start running as a team. Your turnovers will go up too, and you just have to kind of expect that. But there's good turnovers and there's bad turnovers. That was a bad one.
And they get it back with active hands again on the defensive side.
And the offensive foul, and I thought that was a pretty good call.
Yeah, it looked like the defender was there in time. Kind of anticipated Burchell's move.
Yeah, LNL, look, he's standing straight up, and he runs right over the top of him. So excellent call by the refs on that one.
Union's defense has been playing well this quarter.
Yeah, and they're, you know, slowly getting more and more ahead in this third quarter, just quietly.
Yeah, just kind of been a methodical quarter, but they have expounded on their lead.
And they get Shockley back in the game. They need his offense to start rolling.
I think he's only shot once, and it was an air ball.
Marcus Kemp gets it to Shockley in the inside to Bartold. Back out to a shooter, and he nails it. I believe that's number 22 again.
Again, more of that inside-out game, and the 3-point shooting is keeping American Leadership in the game.
So Fielding Morley hits the 3 on the ALA side as Burchell chucks up another one.
And an obvious foul, both hands kind of reached around. Kind of a cheap foul to give if you're American Leadership, but Union with an offensive rebound gets a second chance opportunity, second chance point opportunity.
As Reed Price is in the backcourt all alone, brings it up down to Jaden Gardner, almost loses it off the back of his head. Kimball makes a good drive and a pass, stolen by the Eagles, looking to run. Capadonia kicks it back out, or is that number 55? He checks in for the first time. Let's see, number 55 is Sam Huff. So Sam Huff, number 55, comes in, big body, underneath. See if they can watch the matchup between him and Logan Gilman. You see him posting up immediately. They get it right to him, but good help defense by Jaden Gardner. Kimball looks to shoot, and he gets hammered.
Fouled on the 3 point attempt. Was that a 3? It was hard to tell from our
Yeah,
spot if he was behind the arc or not.
Yeah, our angle was pretty bad. Let's see if he... Well, I'll have to check and see. He said he put up 3 fingers and then 2 fingers. I'm getting like mixed signals here.
Guess we'll find out with the rest of with everybody else here.
Kimball, a senior, 23 points on the year. Does a really good job of not turning the ball over, and he has 23 assists this year and 21 rebounds. So a lot of rebounds from these guard lineups that I'm watching. And is that like the new age?
Well, yeah, maybe the new age of the 3-point shot also creates long rebounds, which might give guards more of an opportunity to grab some more rebounds. And they did give him the 3. That was a 3-pointer.
Okay.
Knocks down 2 out of 3 from the foul line.
So good job by TJ Kimball, increasing the lead from 43 to 37.
There's some indecisiveness, creates a turnover.
And just a few turnovers here in this third quarter that have been a little bit costly for this Eagle team.
And I think if you're the Eagles, you want to get Shockley involved a little bit. He hasn't really touched the ball. He's only got 1 shot up in this quarter. I think if he gets going, that can get them back in the game.
And
Great.
Logan Gilman gets involved down there, down low.
Great inside pressure, as you can see. Look at the position he gets, deep in the paint. Catches the ball and goes straight to the move, which he gets hit on the arm. And that's an easy trip to the line.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of guys that can match up underneath with him. Once it's there, it's going to be hard to stop.
Especially if he catches the ball that deep in the paint. I mean,
that's for anybody. If he catches that far in that position, it's pretty hard to stop.
Yep. Now he just has to make it count from the free throw line. He's made the first one, and you don't want to, if you can't make free throws, teams could resort to kind of a hack-a-shack type of deal if they catch it too deep, but make them pay when they do foul you.
Reed Price with the steal, and Jackson Davis to follow. No, Reed Price with the rebound, and it's good!
Great hustle play by Reed Price. Creates a turnover, gets an offensive rebound, and puts a double clutcher back up off the glass.
And we talked about it. Good players just know how to contort their body to figure out how to get it in the hoop.
Yeah, great body. There he is again.
See what I mean? Like, he's not just a scorer. He just is everywhere in the defense, in the offense, making passes. Reed Price is just a great player.
Getting in there as well, like you said, getting rebounds, defensive and offensive rebounds, and getting his hands active in passing lanes.
Nice shot, pretty smooth there, but no good. Reed Price down low, and a foul. Shockley didn't want him to have anything easy.
Yeah, it looks like he was expecting some contact, and that's actually a pretty good foul. It was pretty much guaranteed 2 points. Make him go earn it on the foul line.
That's another smart play by Reed Price, because he could have took off and turned on the Jets and maybe got it in a better position, but getting a foul on one of their best players was a good idea.
Right, yep, stay within. You're just talking about his body control. He didn't want to get too out of control, going to the hoop, stay within himself, and draw the foul.
Reed Price is good. And Cappadonia tries to get a 3, big guy. And that was really close to going in. Number 54, Cappadonia.
Yeah, he's got a decent looking shot coming from the outside, and
it's like Andrew Bartold is at the line.
Yeah, Andrew Bartold with the good offensive rebound, kind of right in the middle of Union players, comes down with the rebound and draws the foul.
And I like this Bartold kid. He's got 69 points on the season and 41 rebounds. So he's kind of like your big guy. I don't know if this team could say a center, they probably have 2 power forwards, as it looks like there's a turnover on the Cougars. So a 10-point game. This is kind of a gut check time for the Eagles to get back in this game, get some points on this possession.
They need to go on a little mini run, close out this 3rd quarter, and keep it close going into the 4th.
And Shockley turned down a 3 right there as a floater goes up. That was a good play.
Good ball movement and creates a nice little baseline floater.
Kemp with that floater, Marcus Kemp. Inside out basketball, Union struggles to get the ball up to Jackson Davis. Reed Price goes in hard and rejected by number 42. And back inside they go, and a 3 seconds call and a good defensive whole possession there for the Eagles.
That was, they were scrambling around, and it looked like, yeah, Union was kind of camped out in the key, waiting for that entry pass, and got the 3 second called on him.
And Colton Davis started it out with a really good block. Let's see if they can capitalize on this side. Make it an 6-point game if they make it here. And a 3 goes up for this ALA team. And just like that, they're right back in at 42-47.
Shockley stepped into that one with the defender in his face and still strokes it.
Just a 4-point game. Oh, that one looked good. Jaden Gardner. Reed Price goes in, takes the contact, and will shoot 2.
Reed Price again active on the offensive rebounds. And the American Leadership defender, I catch a name, was not happy with the call.
Colton Davis.
Colton Davis.
He got the block on the previous possession. That one, maybe with the body.
Yeah, kind of slammed himself against the padding there.
But he didn't like it.
Got to be careful there if you, don't want to get a technical or anything, but he escapes this time.
A technical in this position would be awful. I mean, you're so close to coming back, so you got to keep it under control. I love the fire. I love the physicality and everything, but you got to know when to shut it off.
He has had a couple of good defensive possessions. Probably thought he got a clean block, and it's
he's just a sophomore, and so you kind of expect that from a younger player.
Yep.
There's a wide open Shockley. Shockley, no good, but a rebound. Man, off the Eagles, so it's going to be Cougar basketball.
That was a good closeout by Union as well. Forcing their best shooter, kind of maybe rush and shoot with the guy right in his face. 19 seconds left. They're probably, I would assume they want to get as close to the last shot as they possibly can.
And they bring in Logan Gilman, and put Jaden Mickelson back on the bench. Get some height in here. Oh my goodness, Logan Gilman is wide open, but he can't find it. And it's a travel. I mean, he was wide open, maybe too open.
Man, they had sometimes it's when the ball's coming at you floating like that, it's harder than just having a reactionary play.
Marcus Kemp looks to try to get the last shot here for the Eagles. Let's see what kind of move they make. Shockley's not on the out here, and so they have a last-second shot by Marcus Kemp, and it's no good.
Kind of surprising not to have your best shooter on the floor in that situation.
Yeah, I am not sure what that was. So 49-42, the heaving shot doesn't go by Union, but stay buckled up for a good 4th quarter. 49-42. We'll be back after these messages.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
Get the big picture and the small details with state-of-the-art imaging services at Ashley Regional's Women's Center, including 4D ultrasound, 3D mammography, and bone density screenings. Learn more at ashleyregional.com.
And we are back here on a foggy night in Roosevelt for the start of the fourth quarter, and Union is up 49-42 over American Leadership from Spanish Fork. So 8 minutes of play, still a close game, still anybody's game, even though the score is for Union right now. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, Union played a good third quarter defensively. But like you said, it's still, I mean, it's only a 7-point game, and American Leadership Academy has 3-point shooters. They could be back in this game. I mean, 2 possessions, and they're right back in it.
Yeah, and Norman Rentschler comes in the game. He's been sitting for quite a while. I don't know if he was in foul trouble, but he gets back here out of the game as he looks to drive immediately and kick it out to Shockley. Union wants nothing of Shockley. They every time that he gets the ball, they're there in force, not giving him much room.
Now that's the shooter you got to run off the line.
He's open
Union.
now, though.
Yeah.
And a good save there, but he thought he had his foot over the line, so a backcourt violation goes to this Union Cougar team.
Just another good defensive possession by the Cougars.
And, you know, not a lot of changing from zone to man on this Union Cougars team. They just stay zone almost always. As Logan Gilman looks to make up for that pass that he missed on that last one and gets it easy and puts the 2 in.
Good entry pass from the corner. Finds the big man underneath the hoop for an easy 2.
So right like that, back to an 11-point game when American Leadership was within 6. And I like the drive and mentality of that basket for Andrew Bartold.
It'll be interesting to see if American Leadership Academy starts to rely on their 3-ball, start to hoist it up, or still try to play within themselves and try to attack down low, try to get to the foul line.
And they kind of went really cold in that third quarter with the 3-point. It didn't carry over from the first half. They only got 1.
Right, yeah, the first half their 3s were going down. It was a 4-point game at halftime. And Union said it's still only a 9-point game. Still, American Leadership still in this game, but their shots have definitely not been falling with as much ease as it did in the first half.
And 2 free throws don't go down for Bartold. It's Reed Price. Looks to waste a little bit of time as Burchell throws it up to Nate Foote. Into Jaden Mickelson. And he misses. Good look.
Was a good look. Good ball movement.
As Trey Stevens with the free throw floater gets it to go in as a replay. You see it. That's a talented play. Rentschler rips the rebound and he's off to the races. He's going all the way, tries to get that floater up, gets his own rebound. And Shockley with 2 fakes and an air ball. Still just trying to get that 3-point range to go.
And yeah, maybe he's not used to being that open. That was about as open as he's been all night and didn't even catch iron.
And, you know, what's keeping them alive is, you know, some defensive hustle and some big defensive plays and hustle to the ball. So ALA retains possession.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. They're hustling. They're staying in this game.
Norman Rentschler over to Bartold, back to Shockley. Shockley, I want to see if Shockley can drive it to the hole as Rentschler gets a good pass underneath and puts it in for 2 at 51-46.
Another tip drill goes to American Leadership as Union kind of, I'd almost like to see him slow it down just a little bit, getting that half court, but they've still trying to run and gun and creating some opportunities for American Leadership to capitalize on.
Looks like they're gonna have that one go off Union. Yeah, I like what you said. You know, they're running and stuff like that when they could probably slow the ball down. And 2 opportunities to really pull away from this game, being up at 11 at 2 different times here in the last 5 minutes, and keeping this ALA team in it. So he makes a step on that out of bounds line before he makes a move.
And that's a bad turnover for American Leadership as they had some momentum. They've cut the lead to 5, and to touch your heel on the out of bounds line to have the turnover in that fashion could be big.
So some reverse full court press by ALA, wide open Jaden Mickelson.
That's been twice. It almost seems like American Leadership forgets that Union has a player camped out under the hoop and just letting him roam free.
Wow, that's his 3rd 3 of the night, number 22. Maybe they need to have him shoot a little bit more.
He stroked it, nothing but net.
And that's Fieldy Morley, Clara Morley's brother from the girls team is Nate Foote. Man, 49-53, this is such a close game. It just doesn't have the feel of a close game right now, but it is. As Nate Foote almost comes up huge, and Mickelson does come up huge with an offensive rebound right there, Mike.
Yeah, that is a big offensive rebound. So the momentum seems to be shifting to American Leadership. Just coming off a 3-pointer. They could have got a defensive stop right there. The momentum's on their side. As it is, big time offensive rebound into the hoop. And let's see if he can knock down these free throws. Just off the back of the iron with that one. Like I made mention in the first half, free throws could be the difference as we come to the closing minutes of this game, and I think it is going to be magnified as there's 4:40 left in the game.
So actually number 32 is Joey Sampson, not Jaden Mickelson. My apologies, Mr. Sampson. Got to give you your due, man.
Yep.
So 49-53. Still a tight game. Did he make that second free throw?
He went 0 for 2 on the line. Keeps it a 4-point game. Again, those free throws will be big, especially with how American Leadership can shoot the ball from the outside. 4-point, yeah, this is, you've called it, Brandon, all game. You said it's going to be tight, and it's coming down to the wire.
Oh, there's that guy again. Morley tries to hit it. Was in rhythm again and just didn't come up with it. Chase Burchell in trouble. Oh, but gets bailed out by a foul.
Trying to play aggressive. You got to play smartly aggressive. And it looks like that will put Burchell at the line for a 1-and-1.
Trayton Orton gets the second foul.
Especially if you're in a 1-and-1, you don't want to give a foul 35 feet out from the basket. Put the other team on the line.
And Burchell misses the front end of the 1-on-1 and keeps this a 4-point game.
That's 3 straight free throws missed by Union.
Kemp back over to Morley. Shockley, like to see him drive. He does. Looks like he gets hammered there. And they should be in the bonus as well.
Yeah, and he's one of their better shooters, unless they just barely.
Nope, they're not quite there.
Now they're on their next one. They should be
on their next one. So they already got 16 fouls. Good underneath, and no good. Oh man, that's exactly what you wanted. Shockley comes up empty on that.
Just a good presence inside, forcing him to contort his body, put up kind of a wild shot.
TJ Kimball bringing him in as a specialist, not to turn over the ball in big moments. As Jaden.
And a foul underneath.
Yeah, like a foul called on Union.
It's like a clear out. Somebody hit the deck for American Leadership.
Oh, right there, yeah, number 32. That's Sampson again.
Like you said, Brandon, this one will put them on the line for 1-and-1.
So really big shot opportunity, number 13.
Yeah, these are big free throws. Looks like a freshman. Big spot for a freshman.
What's his name? I don't see him on my roster at all.
Caden Reichner.
Caden Reichner, man, he hits the first one. Cold-blooded right there.
Yeah. as a freshman. 3:30 left in the varsity game, steps to the line and knocks down the front end of a 1-and-1.
So Reichner, I wonder if that's the coach's son, David Reichner, the coach, as he misses the second one. But that first one was big to keep it a 3-point game now, and that looked like a travel.
Man,
and they didn't call it.
Looks like they got away with one there. It's a one-possession game now.
So this is kind of where the Union struggles a little bit when they have to blow time. You see as they try to work it around, they get it stolen as Marcus makes a huge play. Marcus Kemp back to the freshman.
That was a travel.
And Reichner travels.
You could see Shockley wanting to running out. He was wanting to shoot it on the wing, but good closeout by Union prevented him from getting that shot off.
So again, they're not accounting for Logan Gilman all the way down here on the court as Rechler kind of sees him.
Not sure what that strategy is.
And they call a foul, so that's going to come down again to a shot. Coach says he's straight up, but
probably not the guy that you want to go to the line if your American leadership is Chase Burchell. You'd want to get it out.
He missed the last one on the one-on-one, but I don't think he'll hit. I think he'll hit this one.
Ideally, you'd probably want one of the bigger guys shooting it, but like you said, now he's got to step up to the line and knock him down.
And this is 10, so he gets automatically 2 shots.
Double bonus.
Burchell will try to attempt his second shot.
That's a big free throw. That takes it to a 4-point game. That's a 2-possession game at this point. 3 minutes left.
And Zions Bank, 3 locations, Uintah, Duchesne counties, plus online and mobile services. Zions Bank offers convenience and stellar service. We haven't forgot who keeps us in business. More at zionsbank.com. And Ute Tribal Enterprises. Ute Tribal Enterprises is the fastest growing tribally owned enterprises in the state of Utah. Ute Tribal Enterprises.
Burchell knocks down both free throws. Huge for him to go to the line and get 2 points out of it.
Yeah, gets him up by 5 points. Marcus thought about shooting that. Goes off the foot of Reed Price.
Wonder if this time of the game, as Marcus Kemp's only a sophomore, times are getting kind of tight. He had a look there, just hesitated. Wonder if maybe the fourth quarter pressure might be kind of getting to him, didn't want to take that shot.
Hayden Shockley is wide open in the corner if they see him. They don't, and they get it stolen. See if they can come up with a defensive stop on this end, as Union will look to just slow the ball down, waste as much time on the possession as they can. And again, no shot clock in high school, so they either have to get a turnover or a foul.
Yeah, they got to get up on him to get a 5-second count started. But that could be dangerous, as it could lead to something easy.
And a foul there, and Reed Price is pretty automatic at the line.
And again, not just 1-on-1, but they're in the double bonus, so he's getting 2 shots and could put him up by 7, which would be a 3-possession game.
So both teams have played well this evening, but Union's finally, almost got it here, I think. But there's 2 minutes left.
Right, yeah, I think Union is the better team, and they're starting to show that coming down the stretch. But again, this game's not quite over. They do have the momentum, but 2 minutes left.
I'm impressed with ALA, the way they came here on the road with a game plan that's worked. I think that the biggest thing is the home court advantage.
Yeah, I think Union has gleaned some energy from the home crowd and kind of worn down American leadership as well.
As Marcus Kemp throws it over to the dangerous Hamilton. Bartold gets that's a good side pass. They kick it back out and they'll reset. Not much time to work with here as Bartold. Man, he just needs to flick that around, but so close by Shockley. And another rebound offensively.
And Union's probably fine with all this up 3-possession game.
Yeah,
all this time's melting off the clock.
They're wasting a ton of time. And Reed Price just always hustling out there, gets it off his leg there again. 7-point game, minute and 20 seconds left. And no, it did. It felt like a close game all the way through, and then you had some seniors step up in big moments. So Reed Price was just really good, and then Chase Burchell knocked down some senior free throws and kind of put this away.
Yeah, after missing a couple free throws, Union came back. Chase Burchell knocked down 2 in a row, and Reed Price knocked down 2 in a row. 4 easy points, and that's the difference. I mean, without those free throws, it's a 3-point game. As it is, it's a 7-point game. So free throw shooting coming in clutch for Union, as there's only 1:20 left. And as we've seen, American leadership, they've been patient on the offensive side of the ball, and they're still kind of doing that same thing. Now, down 7 points is not the time to be patient, I guess. I think they'd want to try to get a shot, but you also want to get a good shot. It's kind of between a rock and a hard place. You don't want to force something that's not there, but you do want to get a good look in a timely manner.
Yeah, and I think Keith Morris made a lot of adjustments at half where he was getting torched, you know, on that 3-point line, and not many have been going in for this ALA team in the second half. And I credit to his defense because they didn't give a lot of room to the shooters.
Yeah, their heels have been on the 3-point line and running shooters off.
As Shockley gets open but doesn't hit.
That's the guy that I'm sure American leadership wanted shooting the ball. He actually had a good look, just didn't go down.
That would have put him right back in the game. 53-57 would have been awesome.
Yep.
But 57-50 it remains. And they call a jump ball.
Looks like the possession arrow is with Union still.
So that's a good jump ball situation because now this next jump ball goes to you. So attack it for this Eagle team.
Yeah, go for the jump ball, and if you get a foul, and so be it. That's the only way to stop the clock at this point.
And
they're not
continue
fouling.
to play defense. Yeah, not fouling yet. And you don't want to foul that guy.
Kind of surprising.
Take him. He hasn't shot a lot tonight, so good foul on Nate Foote. I know he's a senior and he locks it down, but hasn't had a lot of opportunities at the line tonight. Why not give it a try?
Again, some big free throws. Would still technically be a 3-possession game, down 9 points. We need 3 3-pointers. But big free throws coming here for Nate.
Reichner was thrilled this year because he had such a big turnout of people wanting to play basketball. I mean, there's a ton of people on the roster, and there was a ton of more people that wanted to play. And he just loves the excitement of people that want to play basketball. And it's tough to keep people because you have all these different schools that basically can recruit. And Shockley, as he hits from that mid-range free throw line. And that's a big shot, 52-59, still 34 seconds.
7 points. If you're Union, you're probably fine trading 2s at this point. You get 2, and if they get 2 on the other end, they're not gaining ground. But expect them to foul. Again, it's going to come down to free throws.
And you can tell that there's, you know, a good coaching staff on both sides with, you know, ALA. You know, it looked like it was pretty much over, but I mean, there's still 34 seconds, and the good coaches extend until the game is over.
That's right. Make the other team beat you by going to the line, executing, and I would imagine they would be fronting Union's best free throw shooters, trying to get it into the hands of somebody that does not shoot from the foul line a great percentage. Well, that's a lot easier said than done.
And another good thing that Reichner's done is he's put a ton of people in the game and a lot of young people. He's really cultivating this team to be better in the future. You know, he wants them to be good now, but he also cares about what the future of this program looks like.
And to get good minutes, I mean, you talked about it all night, Brandon, that this has been it's been a close game, and to get some of that experience in a close game. These are one of the games where it's been close throughout the game. and you need to learn how to win.
Yeah.
And Union coming down the stretch, they've done that, and this is a great teaching moment for the younger kids, and also it's a confidence booster for the whole team.
Good defense there by ALA, but Chase Burchell comes up with it as he goes straight to the hole and puts it for a ceiling win, Ramos.
Yeah, that could be the dagger right there.
So that was huge. I don't know if we have an LRL replay on that, but Chase Burchell goes coast to coast and puts the team on his back right there and makes a big play.
Kind of surprised he attacked the rim. Almost maybe one of those where he's going in and you're screaming, no, pull it back out, but once he finishes, then you're okay with it. So that was good aggressive play by Chase.
Here's that replay. Chase Burchell goes hard, and he contorts his body too and puts that right in the bucket. And, you know, watching the Union and UNA, they've been really good teams for a while too, but they really get senior heavy, and they don't have, like, I mean, maybe have a freshman or a sophomore that comes in, and they don't really give varsity minutes to the younger players. And it's great until all those seniors leave and graduate, and then you kind of have a rebuilding situation. And so I think that, you know, Keith Morris knows that, and he's came in to be the head coach this year, and is starting to get a lot of youth on the floor, and that's just important.
Yeah, the more minutes you get as underclassmen.
As Brandon Johnson is doing the exact same thing. He's playing a ton of young guys up in UNA. Price gets the ball, puts in a reverse layup.
And a great defense turns into easy offense, and that is going to be the dagger.
Yeah, I mean, ALA did a great job tonight, and you know, when you're at home, you got to have big plays at the end and at the stretch, and that's what Union's done.
Yeah, I am impressed with American Leadership Academy as they played their game. They played tough, hard-nosed. They played hard all 4 quarters. But I'm also equally as impressed with Union as they've been able to pull away and put the nail in the coffin in this win and not leave it close going to the final seconds. They've kind of pulled away here, and a very impressive win. You got to learn how to win, and this is one of those games I think where Union can say we learned how to win this game and close this team out.
And they needed this game really bad. They needed to, well, that Carbon game, like I said, it could be a springboard, and it could have went one of 2 ways. Like, you win that in double overtime, you could have came out here flat and tired from a hard game, but they came out firing on all cylinders today and then got it done as Marcus Kemp drives hard to the lane. And TJ Kimball on the cherry pick gets at the buzzer. 66-52 is your final score. The Union Cougars on top over American Leadership.
Yeah, good win by Union tonight. They'll go to 4-2 in region play and solidify themselves in that 3rd spot. Looking up there, like I said, they're 2 undefeated teams ahead of them at 4-0 in region. But they still got to play those teams, see if they might be able to get maybe one of those top two spots. But as for now, sitting in 3rd spot, I think that would give them a home playoff game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that would be great. And you know, both these teams, I just love watching good coaching, and you could tell, you know, David Reichner was a good coach, Keith Morich was a good coach, and it's just like a chess match all game long with timeouts, slowing the ball down when it gets fast, just back and forth action between coaches, and you know, that's just how it goes. There's a good home win for the Cougars.
Yeah, I agree. I think American Leadership Academy, they had a great game plan. They stuck to it. The game was close. In the end, I just think Union's just a better basketball team, and finally that talent showed coming down the stretch. And like you said, both coaches did a great job, but talent, Union is a little bit better basketball team, and are able to pull away and solidify this win tonight at home.
Yeah, that's great, Mike. And we had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun calling the game. I don't know about you.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. Got to see 2 wins tonight on the court. The girls got it done in blowout fashion. And the boys, the score is actually 14 points, but with a little bit closer than maybe what the score indicates. But again, a great way for the boys team to pull away at the end and kind of, you know, not to be crass, but kind of stomp on the head or stomp on the throat of your opponent when they're down, finish them and get the win.
Yep, and you know, there you have it. The Union Cougars 66, American Leadership 52. I'm Brandon Jones and Mike Cook, and we'll see you on the next basketball court. I think it's in Duchesne. Tune in to Channel V6. Good night, everyone.